Hi everyone, it's Deborah and today I'm going to be doing some pockets. I've pulled out this, which is one of my Pitman's commercial typing books. This one is quite an old one and I learnt to type using a book like this. I'm thinking that I'll start just doing some fairly simple folds. I haven't really got a plan in mind. I'm just thinking I'll fold some stuff down and see if it's going to work out for me. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out and we'll start with something else, but hopefully it's going to work okay. And then folding this down, and I think I might even fold this little bit here up so we get a nicer shape to that pocket. I want that to be on the correct side, so I think I actually have to work with it up the other way like this, and that seems to make sense to me. And I'm going to make this one slightly deeper than I did the other one. And then this piece will come down like this. So that'll just be a fairly simple pocket. I will trim that edge off in a moment. And then this one, again, upside down. It's a bit like patting your head and rubbing your stomach. It's a bit hard to figure out which way they're meant to go because it sort of goes against the grain to put them that way, but if I want to have the writing up the right way, then this is what I have to do. And the plan is to make a few of these because I'll put them into my stash, and it's always really handy to have some pockets ready to go when you need them. I think this one's got a blank part on the back. So we'll be using this side for this one. Yeah. I might bring this down and make it a little bit lower. And I'm also going to collage on top of them. So I think that by themselves they'll be a little bit plain, but if I do some collaging on them, then they should be fine. I'm not measuring these at all, I'm just going by eye and just folding them up where I think that they'll look good. Because this edge and this paper is quite thin, I decided to score the top of every one of them like this and fold that piece up. And now I'm running some washi tape along on the inside of it. I'll trim those edges off and then you can see that I've done it to all of them. They've all now got washi on the inside. I have pulled out a couple of things to embellish these with, and I've got some pre-made stuff from Tim Holtz, some of his ephemera, but I've also pulled out some music sheet and some other things that I've been playing around with, so I thought that I could use some of that as well. Now, this is something that I pre-made. I was mucking around and just doing some stuff one day. So I could put some pieces of this on it as well. I've also got this gorgeous green music paper, which I've used most of. I think this is about the last piece that I've got of this green one. And I did want to include some of this on here. I don't want to cover up all of this paper, but I do want to enhance it a little bit before I go and sew it on. That music's going to be upside down, so I might put it down here instead. That's quite cute, isn't it? I can put that down here. I'm going to put this down on the inside of here to give it a bit more structure as well. I'm not sure where I'm cutting through here, but I've just figured that it'll look good wherever I cut it. Yep, that's fine. That is fine. And then I'll put some washi down on it to hold that edge down so when it folds over it won't break. And all of this will come together when I run it through the machine, so we won't worry about that. And then on the outside I might put something there too, because that's going to be the inside. let's just see what else we've got that we can put on the outside. These Tim Holtz things are postal, pieces of postal things, and they're actually really good to put on too, I think. I think that would look quite nice. Maybe that's a bit too big, but this one and these little ones are very cute. And now, because I've done that, I want to do some stamping on them. I hadn't thought to do stamping, but now I thought, having put that on, some stamping might look really cool on them. I'm just using my Ranger archival ink. This one is black soot. These are the little minis that they make now in the archival range, which is, and in the Tim Holtz colours, which is even better. That's okay. Excellent. I'll use the other piece of this collage in here, I think. And now we'll do some more of the collaging on here. I also have some little advertising pieces from the Tim Holtz stuff. I'm thinking a bit of colour might be good. And the other thing that I can put on here would be some stamps. I mean, this is a pre-made piece of ephemera, but I do have plenty of real stamps that I could put on here, so I might go and grab some of those too. It's just where my mind's taking me as I'm going through and doing this. And I have a stamp that I might use on here. I'm going to stamp right over the top of that and cross my fingers and hope for the best. Okay, that's fine. Looks cool. Okay. Happy with that. And down the bottom, I do want to put something down the bottom. I've already got one of those, so maybe one of these little things here. I'm not sure about that. I might just get some of that washi tape and run across there. Yep. And then I have a little script one which might look all right too. Might not. I'll cover it with something if it doesn't. And now some ephemera, maybe this little one here, I think. And that's too big. What about an aeroplane? I've got some little aeroplanes stamps here. Airmail. Yeah, I'll put this one on. And I'll use the remainder of this green paper, or at least a piece of it. I did want to say thank you to all my new subscribers. I've had quite a few in the last week or so, and I'm very thrilled that you've joined me on my channel. It's been a pretty interesting couple of weeks for me with so many newbies, but it's lovely to think that people are supporting me. And what else will we put on this one? Let's see, I've got an airmail on there. Maybe I can put this aeroplane on there because that's really cool. Oh, unless I don't put it up the right way and then it's not so cool. Okay, let's put it up the correct way, shall we? It's going to be a long while before we'll be allowed in Australia to go overseas again. They're talking late 2021, which is, you know, not good for somebody like me who wants to travel all the time. In fact, I was reading something that said Australians travel more than anyone. Which is great, isn't it? That we're a nation of travellers. given how far away we live from everything, but we still all love to travel, which is wonderful. And I'm sure that everything will open up again in a year or so and we'll all be able to get going again. I might put this one here. I really like the colour on these ones here. It's sort of like very vintagey browns and reds and navies, and it really pops on this old paper. I think it looks really nice. I have another airmail stamp here. I might put this up here too. And because they're envelopes, I think it looks great on them. I've now finished those, and you can see that I've stitched around them, and I think that they look quite cool like that. I haven't worried too much about the back because I'll probably just stick them into a journal, but if I decide to use them to tuck into a journal, I will come back and decorate the back of them. So these ones here look really nice, and I'll show you this one. I've got to cut them apart first. So I've done 5 altogether, and I think it's quite good. I think I might, I could make heaps of these. I've got oodles of paper to do them with and plenty of supplies, so that's another one there. And then there's this one here, which has got a bit of thread on it still. I'll chop that off. Not sure, I think I actually like the ones that are folded down in the shape, although they're all right too. Not sure, I like them both probably, but maybe I prefer this sort. So here you go, they're my envelopes. Pretty simple, and I really like doing them. I know that there are other people on other channels doing them. The one that comes to mind is Artie Mays. I think she does a lot of envelopes and things like that too. But I just wanted to show you my version of them. So this is Deborah. Thanks very much for watching me, and I will catch you next time. Cheers.